What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to episode number 42 of Debate and Destroy with yours truly, Blackout Bill. Joined like a host as always, the Fiend from Carrizo Springs.
Local JJ.
Local motherfucking JJ's in the house. And we are joined once again by the death metal legend, the front man of Intermission Descent, the fucking screamer galore. But when he talks, he has such a soft, delicate voice. That's a Stefan death metal Hagrid.
Never
Ortega.
Very nice to be back, you guys.
Never shows his true identity till the stage.
He's all quiet, and then he gets on stage, and he's like,
Fucking
It's
demon.
really awkward because people expect me to be like,
run from front to back, side to fucking side.
like I'm not a fucking professional wrestler, all right? I'm just a fucking dude playing some songs.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was about to say, I only saw you guys when you played with Niebla Viscaris. That's the only time I saw him in Descent. And I can't remember how your stage presence was because I can't imagine you being like, all right, guys, who's going to give me a high five?
The key is to talk very low, but very little. Just start the next
I
fucking
can just
song.
imagine you.
This song's called Killing Everybody.
Hell yeah. So if you couldn't read the title today, is this kickoff of season 2, I guess?
Yes,
Kickoff
exactly.
of season 2 of Debate and Destroy. We are on our second year now, and we just started to do it with a bang.
Damn.
Rage Against the Machine. Are they metal? I think they're metal.
I think they're pretty metal, dude.
I think their metal is.
They're a
fuck.
good realm.
They have
They're-
to be
they're in a
like
good realm of like heavy hard
Yeah.
rock,
hard
to-
rock, heavy
to
metal.
like get into the metal stream.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a song where you consistently repeat "fuck you," I won't do what you tell me. Like that's the most metal thing you can say. For sure. Yeah, I mean, especially
What a
when-
rebel.
What a rebel.
What a
Oh,
rebel.
dude, I'm not. Just wait till I get on Zach De La Rocha. He is woke. He is woke.
Dude.
But anyway, Rage Against the Machine, everyone should know them. I mean, they're like one of the biggest bands
Yeah.
ever. Fucking arena rock, metal, like whatever you want to say. Those riffs are just delicious.
Exactly.
I'm sure everyone's heard them on their local radio
Oh.
station, Testify, probably a million times. So
I
it's-
want to see them live.
I
I
wanna
bet
see them
those
live,
riffs
too.
translate hard.
So, Stefan, have you ever seen them?
Fucking no.
No,
That's just
none
one,
of us.
That's just one
None of
the
us.
bands, like,
None of us.
Whenever fucking Battle of Los Angeles came out, I was 9, motherfucker. Like, I
Jesus
was
Christ.
9, so I never like they broke up soon after that. I didn't
When
get a
did they
chance.
break up? Does anyone have the date? Was it like 2002?
I don't remember.
It was 2000 because actually, like, whenever Renegades was released, it was like 2 weeks after they were broken up. So it was
Oh,
almost
okay.
like
Oh,
posthumously.
Okay, I didn't know that.
But
Yeah.
they had a little reunion tour before, after
Yes,
that.
it was like in
Yeah.
2006 or 7. I
Yeah.
think they did like
and
a
then
little.
they broke up again.
But I don't think it was a tour. I think they just did like off shows.
Oh,
To my knowledge, I don't remember. But it's rare that us three all get on the pod and say we haven't seen this band.
know,
right?
seriously.
Haven't seen them. Did you catch Prophets of Rage?
No, I didn't really
Neither
want
did
to
I.
pay to see that. To be honest,
I was supposed to
like,
go see them with Eric, but then the hurricane happened in Houston.
That's right, for Zach
I
Wilde,
was so
right?
pissed,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That was so
That would have been cool. It was like Prophets of Rage.
It was
and-
probably Avenged Sevenfold, Baroness.
That's right.
Um,
No, not Baroness.
yeah, Baroness was on that card as well.
Holy shit.
And the side project of Foo Fighters. It was the drummer. I forgot. It was just fuck. I forgot what it was
No,
called.
dude, you got that lineup
No, I
wrong.
swear. I swear to you.
Someone fact check JJ.
Yeah, I swear that's what it was.
Well, anyway, what I was gonna say with Prophets of Rage, I think it would have been cool because I love Public Enemy and I've always wanted to see Chuck D. So like that would have
That'd
been
be
dope, but
cool.
I didn't go. I don't really know much De La Soul besides like Feel Good Inc.
yeah.
As some De La Soul fan is gonna slap me
Oh
for saying
my
that, but that's
gosh.
literally the only like De La Soul flow I can think of is at the end of Feel Good. But today we find out which is the best album. I think these two are their best albums. I know you guys were talking about the other one. Evil Empire could be up there.
I mean, you're the host, man. But I'm just saying, Evil Empire is up there.
Okay.
I will talk about.
We
it
might
later,
have to
but
come
I
back
think-
later and do it,
okay.
but I know these two are I think the more popular of the three albums.
because of radio hits for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
So-
think Evil Empire only has 2. When
Yeah.
these have like 4 or 5.
that's true, dude.
Yeah.
To talk about like having their debut being this good is pretty fucking impressive.
That's insane.
It's tight. It's fucking sounds like they've been a band for a while.
Yep.
You know, I don't know how many EPs or how long they were together before they recorded the album, but it sounds professional.
and it's so much angrier than the next 2 after that following.
oh yeah. There's so much anger in all of them, dude.
Oh,
What
that's
is-
true.
Zach De La
Yeah.
Ro- I've never looked up interviews or how he talks like regularly,
Yeah.
but he just always sounds angry. Like he has the voice, dude.
Yeah.
Like that
He's
guy was
the
meant
voice
for
of the
superstar.
voiceless.
Oh, he's the voice of the.
Dude, yeah,
Hey.
that's the thing is that like some vocalists whenever they talk in their songs, it kind of sounds kind of corny, like kind of spoken word stuff. But Zach's fucking vocal tone, he is so passionate about what he's saying. It's
Yes.
not. It's not theater at all. He's literally always like talking about like actually shit that fucking matters. Like so, I've never watched interviews with him, but any of the live fucking like songs I've heard, he always starts off with this fucking dialogue. Like he's not. This song's about fucking bitches. It's like about like oppression and like
political for sure.
It's all politically
His
charged.
passion
It's
is
cool.
real, man. It's not fake. That's for sure.
Definitely. I completely agree with that. So, all that being said, let's fucking start this, bitches. This is your first time tuning in. We go track for track. Whichever track gets 2 out of the 3 votes gets a pentagram of truth. The album with more pentagrams of truth at the end of the debate is the winner. If you think the other one won, what's their opinion, JJ?
You're wrong.
You're wrong. Okay, so let's start this bitch off with track number 1, dude. Both bangers. Both. This is a hard one, honestly.
Yeah, it really is.
And we'll start first. Track number 1, Bombtrack versus Testify. Who wants to open this bitch up?
Oh man.
You go ahead, JJ. You sound like you're fucking
Dude,
stoked about this.
Bombtrack right from the start. You get that beautiful bass line, dude.
I love that.
Oh
Okay,
my
so
God.
when I went back to this album, because Bombtrack isn't really the one that you would hear on the radio so often. You get more of the other singles. Like I've heard Testify 20 gajillion times.
Oh, yeah.
I've really only heard Bombtrack a couple. So going back, I was like, dude, this song is a fucking banger, man.
Not only that, Zach De La Rocha has the balls to say, "This is another Bombtrack, his first fucking song." Are you serious, dude? Zach's
Another
the man,
one,
dude.
Another one, dude.
He already knows. He already knows.
He
it's gonna be a
already
hit,
knows
dude.
it's the bomb. No, I think it's the second verse. It's like, it started off on a notepad or whatever, right? Like, I love that shit, dude. Because
Dude, he goes hard.
yeah, man, he really does. But the riff there, like, it's a little bit more like, I'll complain about Rage Against the Machine later on in the album.
Yeah.
But right now, like, it's so fresh that you're just like, dude, this riff fucking smacks.
Yeah,
The way the
exactly.
bass kind of teases it and then it all comes in.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
dude.
What's the bassist's name, by the way?
Oh, I didn't catch
I think it was Tim, man. I'm pretty sure.
I'm going to look it up
I
right
don't
now.
remember.
I'm going to look it up
But
right now.
regardless, dude, the song is a head nodder, dude. And like from like 305 to 308, you get that. You get the metal part where he
Yeah.
gets that heavy growl. It sounds so angry.
Oh, yeah. I love
Dude,
his scream.
It's powerful. I love it.
I
Yeah.
think it just sets the tone for like the entire album.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
almost like their entire career. Like this is just such a
Yes.
fucking. It like this is prime fucking Rage Against the Machine.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And it does set them off for their career because you know what it is? They define what their songs are. They drop bomb tracks, baby.
Seriously.
They drop bomb tracks. Like you don't like hearing, like we talked about, hearing this shit live, like with a crowd of people going nuts. Like if you look up like Woodstock '99 when they played, oh my fucking god, dude!
can
Like
imagine.
that's a war zone. Or one of my favorite live DVDs is the Battle for Mexico City.
Oh, that one's great too.
Oh my god, dude! I would have paid a good amount of money to go to that fucking show.
Dude, seriously.
Like they literally just tear it down with those riffs are just perfect, dude, for a live setting. So the bassist is Tim Comerford. So with Tim and the drummer is Brad Wilk. Dude, those two, everyone talks about Morello and Zach. Those two are very underappreciated. Like,
Yeah.
because when I listen to a lot of Rage Against the Machine riffs, they sound like they were bass riffs
Intended.
and then
Yeah.
made into guitar riffs. I don't know if that's the case, but they sound like bass, bass grooves. Like
They're definitely the glue to the band.
Yes.
Yeah, they're the rhythm section, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
like the singers and the guitarists are the ones that get laid, but the real fucking G's are the fucking the drummer and the bassist.
Like Tom and Zach add layers, but that's the base of it.
yeah,
right
they
there.
hold it down, man.
Yeah.
And if we move on to Testify, the Testify riff sounds like a bass line, like make it. It's so rhythmic, you know. Boom, it just like the way it hits you. It sounds like it was written. I want to know who wrote the majority of the riffs. Was it Morello or was it the bassist?
I don't know. I personally love Tom Morello. I don't know if you do or not. I like him.
If he wrote the riffs, I will respect him for always. But
he's
you
so
know,
unique.
I
He's
hate his
different.
solos with all
He's
my
so
heart.
different,
I
though.
get that.
He's
I
so
get that.
different.
Right now,
He's
right
ahead
now,
of his time.
Fine. Right now, we're fine. Like these first two tracks, nothing's
And
irritating
he finally
me.
does a regular solo in this.
Yeah.
And
That's
Come
fine.
Like a
That's what I'm
Bomb.
saying. Like, dude, I got nothing to complain about him here. I like him a lot. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, no, I feel like it's coming.
We'll get to the songs.
Let
the
him
album.
ramp up. Let him ramp up once he gets a full head of steam.
You haven't even seen me in my final form, dude. I'm only Kaioken right now, bro. I'm gonna go
Base
Super
form.
Saiyan God mode, fucking version 3 or whatever Goku's on now. I don't know what they've gotten to in Dragon Ball, but later on this album I'll get to it. But Testify. Speaking about, dude, that song, I love the way that guitar rides
Yeah.
in.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And then you just get
Testify to me is a radio hit. Like
It
it's
is,
truly
dude,
a
like-
radio hit compared to Calm Like a Bomb. That's like
No, yeah, bomb track.
bomb track. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's just made for the listeners, the single user. It's not
Yeah.
made for the radio hit.
I
And
agree.
Testify to me, it is, dude, and it slaps, dude.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a fun, uplifting song. Even
Yeah.
though the lyrics are they're very political.
They are. But I mean, it like that. His voice is so fun to sing along to, and you feel empowered, right? Like when you're in your car and you're just like, it's right outside your door. Now testify. You're like, you know what? You're fucking right. I'm sick of this shit.
yeah.
I'm gonna testify.
You get a funky classic
Get that
solo,
funky
dude.
classic.
Oh my god.
Here, I'm gonna turn on the AC, dude. I'm getting fucking hot.
Oh, he's already getting heated.
Dude, yeah,
Or is that
no.
beer? That beer you got. It's over.
The very end, like of Testify, just like just the extra
Yes.
grit he has. When it's right outside your door, like it's like,
Yes.
oh god, that's fucking
Yes, dude. I was
That's
about to say,
heavy,
I
boy.
love that part of that song.
dude. Hell yeah,
Stefan, I feel like you haven't thrown down yet. Which
bro. Like I've been fucking playing. I'm like okay,
yeah.
already between you guys.
all
so
right,
I don't-
let's hear for you
let's
two.
see
no,
what
no,
you
I
got.
mean, I love both of the fucking songs, and it's weird that you're like, I'm not crazy about Tom Morello, but the thing that kind of sets the two tracks aside is the solo, distinct. I think the distinctive trait of Testify over Bombtrack is that fucking solo. Like
Yes.
that shit's so
Yeah,
groovy. Like
I like the Testify solo.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's-
I'm cool
yeah.
with the Testify solo. That because it's like
Yeah, it's
it's
cool.
more rhythmic than it. No, it works as a
No.
melody too. Like
Yeah,
it's a great solo.
melodic solo.
I'll give him that one.
yeah.
It's a good solo.
But
You don't
yeah.
like the regular solo on Bomb Track?
No, I like Bomb Track too.
Which one do you
This-
like better?
I like to Testify one more.
Yeah,
personally.
I
Nah, I
I
like it too.
actually
I like it
switched
better.
it later on to Testify because initially
Yeah.
this Bomb Track I was like lyrics wise, like Bomb Track just had more to say. Testify was a kind of a bit more concise, but I think it just hit where it needed. It wasn't excessive at all, which is, I guess we'll get into it later on how excessive certain parts of these songs can be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if I had to, I agree with you guys oddly enough on this one.
Oh, dude, I was going with this. I was just talking about the solo. I didn't even come down to my decision.
Oh, what's your decision
Oh,
then?
shit!
Fucking, it's obvious from
He's
the way
going-
I've been talking.
Testify.
All right.
Yeah, I guess I'll cast my fucking stone for Testify.
I'm on the opposite trend, man.
Oh
Bomb
shit!
Track is my jam, dude.
You're going Bomb Track?
Right from the start, dude. It's a heavy hitter. It's a
It
heavy
is.
hitter, dude.
Respect.
It's
Respect.
underground.
It's underground. So this one really is difficult for me once again because Testify. It's so hard to listen to with fresh ears because I've just heard it since my childhood. Like you said, this album came out. If you were you were nine. I was probably like 5.
Yeah.
So like, I've heard these songs for like 20 years now. You know what I mean? So. Especially Testify, not Bomb Track. Testify, oh my God, 99.5 Kiss. It testifies always. Testify, Sleep Now in the Fire. Like,
Yeah.
that's my
Bulls
childhood.
on Parade. That's all they ever play.
Yeah, so it's hard to listen to fresh ears. And going back to Bomb Track, it was a little bit easier and been like, dude, this song's a banger. But nah, man, I think if I'm going to take a better song, I think Testify is a better
Wow.
song than
Wow.
Bomb Track.
You know, Bill. He goes the music over the lyrics. You know. And
Yeah,
I
very
think
true.
Just the structure of Testify is just.
Well, lyrically,
fucking money.
Testifies a better.
You think
Their
so?
lyrics are better, I think. Written.
I think it's close. I think Bomb Track,
I
I
don't
don't know,
think
it's
so,
close.
dude. No. Bomb Track just gets you hooked. Like, oh, this is the shit. But Testify has deep layers to it. Besides
I'll put it
the
this way.
actual music.
When we do see them live one day and Testify comes on, I'm going to lose my fucking mind and we're going to be screaming, fucking Testify! Dude, have you guys seen footage of like Zach recently? Like, does he still have the voice?
I have no idea.
Oh,
Because that
dude.
seems like such a angsty, like young voice that now he's like a 40-year-old, 50-year-old man?
You know,
Yeah,
he
probably.
actually, there's a fucking really cool, there's a hip hop group called Run the Jewels, and y'all might recognize Killer Mike.
Yeah. Killer Mike,
So they have a song with Zach De La Rocha on it, and it's him like looped over, like Run the Jewels fast, run it Jewels fast, which used to be like a song from his other project, an older project. because he started a hip hop project after he left Rage Against the Machine.
Okay.
So they fucking loop that, like sample that, and then they have Zach De La Rocha do a fucking verse, and it's fucking fire, bro. It's
He
so
still sounds
good.
good then.
yeah.
That's
like
badass.
fucking-
Okay,
yeah,
good.
Look up Run the Jewels. And,
I was gonna say, even if he can't get that high, it would be, what would be fucking sick is seeing them and having them tuned down a little bit, because then those riffs get even heavier. Doom, 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 boom, kaboom, kaboom. Oh, that would that'd get me fucking up. But yeah, dude, I gotta go Testify. It's JJ, you're wrong. Testify gets the pentagram.
Fucking haters. Nah.
All right, dude, I think this is the battle. This is the battle.
This is the hardest one.
This is the hardest one on the whole
For
fucking
sure.
thing, dude. Killing in the Name of versus Guerrilla Radio.
But let's just get this out of the way. Killing the Name is the biggest hit from Rage.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm just saying. We gotta throw that out the window.
yeah, for
Because
Very true.
we can't go with that.
But Guerrilla Radio is a huge song. Man.
It's a huge hit too.
top
as well.
5. Tony Hawk Pro
Top
Skater.
5? Woo, that's saying something.
No,
dude.
like popularity wise.
Yeah.
In my own personal opinion, yeah, I think Guerrilla Radio is top 3. Both
Actually,
these
you
are.
know what?
I think these are both top 3
Yeah,
Rage Against the
Guerrilla Radio is
Machine
probably
songs.
the most popular song on this album, besides Testify.
And
I don't know.
Sleep Now in the Fire is really
Sleep
fucking
Now in the
popular.
Fire is
Sleep
pretty
on
big,
Fire's
too.
pretty big. Yeah.
Oh, this is tough, actually.
Dude, Guerrilla Radio, like I said, the first time I heard it, I think was Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lights out!
Dude.
Guerrilla Radio!
Dude, yeah.
Both lyrics are so sing-along, dude. It's so much fun.
There's a Tony on Spotify. There's a Tony Hawk fucking Spotify playlist.
Oh,
bro.
really?
Get on that shit.
Oh,
dude.
no
It's
shit.
so
I remember
good.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 having like,
Yeah.
it had like Motorhead. It had a suicidal tendencies.
Yeah.
I've got psycho vision. And then what's the other?
It had a lot of cool ones.
And a lot of cool punk songs.
Exactly.
Like, what's the one? Oh,
I don't
can't
remember.
it. I'll have to think about it.
Tony Hawk did they really did turn our generation on to like a bunch of really good shit that we wouldn't have been on. if it wasn't for
Exactly.
them.
Yeah, like Underground. Oh, you know what was on there too was that was Tony Hawk Underground was that Queens of the Stone Age song, the first one from Songs of the Deaf. I feel like a millionaire.
Oh, that's a cool one. I like that song. That's a great song,
banger.
actually.
But if we go back to these two,
Well, dissecting and killing the name off, dude. Just the bass line
Wow.
to start it off, right?
dude, what
then-
a build up.
The build up, and in 42 seconds in,
You know
he
it's
says,
on.
killing the name of that drop. Woo, the crowd. I can just picture
I
it,
can't
dude.
imagine
the
what that's
crowd
like
just going
live,
ape
dude.
shit, dude. Oh my God.
I know.
It's in my mind.
And
I
that
can't
intro
take it
melody
off.
is just so catchy. Like it's
Yes.
so basic, but it's so catchy. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do.
I feel like this was their way of sneaking in like their radical political ideology into mainstream media, like because the lyrics are very like
Oh, yeah.
they're repetitive, they're simple, but they're effective.
Very.
So you probably even have like right wing conservative dudes being like listening to Rage Against the Machine and being like, some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses whenever they
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
like they're obviously on the they have people from the completely different end of the political spectrum still jamming
Yeah.
that shit and
I think it's like it's like I know Tom Morello's like political beliefs, and I don't really like want to get into politics specifically on my podcast, but like I think this song is ambiguous enough to like no matter what your political beliefs in, like you can scream it and like get
Yeah.
behind it and feel like I think no matter what side of the fence you land on, you think shit's not as good as it could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
So I
exactly.
definitely think this song is like, one of those things too. And people taking the power of authority happens on both sides, dude. You know what I mean? That hints why there's like fascism and communism. Like people take advantage of both sides of the coin. And it's just one of those things like when people take abuse of power, these are the songs that like, spark lights and generations. Like, you know what?
It feels
Fuck that,
empowering.
dude. We can do what we want. You know what I mean? We can set the tone for how we want the country to go, or, that's up to the individuals in the country, not the government. You know what I mean? So, but yes.
yeah
Yes.
we'll get-
I went on a little bit of a tangent there.
like it's hard to talk about Rage because I don't necessarily want to politicize this podcast either, but it's impossible to talk about Rage Against the
No,
Machine
Without-
go ahead.
yeah,
I just don't.
without
I don't
raging
wanna be
against
like
the fucking machine. I know, sir.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I just don't want to feel. I don't want to exclude like any group. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's,
No, exactly.
You know what I mean? What you believe in is what you believe in. But I know what you mean. Like,
But, yeah.
we have to talk about the political stance of these. I think the most oxymoronic part about this band is that they're Rage Against the Machine. They're so against the establishment, yet they're the most corporate fucking band in the genre. And obviously, they didn't intend to be. They just blew up. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
exactly.
not
There
their
you go.
fault.
Totally. Or they could have done
wasn't
what
intended.
Kurt Cobain did and just fucking off themselves.
Hey.
because they
Oh,
were,
jeez.
cause
That
they
would
wanna
have been
be-
true cult.
True.
With a V and a V.
Oh my god! Regardless, this song is amazing.
Oh, I
the
know,
only
dude.
problem I have, it is repetitive. If you
Yeah.
the playback to it can be a little annoying.
You know,
It can, although it smacks,
Yeah.
but it's just repetitive. That's the
Yeah.
problem I
like
have with it.
live, Zach De La Rocha would fucking turn like switch it up and be like, some of those that burn crosses are the same that hold office. Now
Oh.
this was early 2000s.
That's
bro. Like,
fucking dope.
Different. You know,
Yeah.
it was ahead of its time.
That would have
you
been
know?
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know he did that. That's a good line. I wish he would have done that in the studio.
Yeah,
I know,
right?
Some of those
seriously.
burn crosses and some that take office. That's a good line.
Oh,
Fuck yeah. Yeah, dude, he's so good with like those like
Ad libs and whatnot.
ad libs and like just the right things to repeat. Like I don't know. And maybe it's not even how good that he writes. It's more like you just believe him when he says it. You
It's
know what I
his
mean? You're
tone
like,
of
oh.
voice too. The way
is the tone of his
The
voice.
way he says it.
It's really hard. Like, it's very passionate. You're like, how could he be wrong? Like, listen to him. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Very true. Yeah, man. I was. If we go over to Guerilla Radio, dude. Now that song is so. Also
What do you think about the
fucking-
whisper vocals,
Dude?
This is the one time it
actually-
works.
I actually love them here.
Me too.
I
do.
love that break. Has to start somewhere.
It's like a love-hate relationship with
'Cause-
whispers. Like you either fucking hate it or you fucking love it.
No, I know, but the thing is with Rage, a lot of the times, like their dynamics, you don't hear them a lot because they're always just punching you with riffs, right? So like, I like that this song takes, you're constantly getting bombarded with riff, and then you get that really
It slows
soft,
it down.
and Zach takes his voice to that range, which you don't see him do so often. He takes it really down low, and then just smacks it. Oh, can't stop us now! And you're like, oh my god, dude, I want to open the pits right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love that part.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yes.
Christ, what good songs, man. What is Guerilla Radio about? I didn't even read it.
I don't know. It's just
I just know the chorus.
the
Let's
chorus.
out, Guerilla Radio.
Turn that shit up.
Turn that fucking
Dude,
shit
crank it
up
up, dude.
And
to
they're-
11.
And then they're like, out of nowhere, they're like, fucking harmonica solo.
Oh, yes,
Oh, I
exactly.
forgot about dude, the harmonica solo smacks. The harmonica solo smacks.
It does. It really does.
I actually really like it.
But Guerrilla Radio, it's more of a fucking, it's a call to action for
Okay,
sure.
yeah.
For sure, more than anything. Like, it doesn't matter. Like you said, you could fit your own beliefs or whatever you're going through in your life to fit like this particular song. So it's just a call to action that, fucking what better place than here, what better time than now. Like,
yeah.
oh shit, that's so good, man.
Yeah, man. And like I just it's so perfect how their band name ties in with all their like they had a theme, they never dropped the theme.
Nope.
I mean for those 3 albums, and maybe they'll make another one, who knows. But it's just so Rage Against the Machine. I don't know how any more to explain it. Like when you say the name, you almost know what you're gonna hear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like it perfectly is defined by the music they're writing and what they're saying and all that fucking good shit.
This is a toss-up, honestly.
It is.
So who's gonna go?
Who's gonna
first?
make the first pick?
I'll do it. I do love both, but I'm a metalhead at heart, and the riff hits harder on Killing the Name.
Yeah.
Come on.
Damn.
Oh, dude, I could just do that riff. I could listen to it all fucking day.
Yeah.
And if you have fresh ears and if you haven't listened in a while, the ending part where it gets repetitive.
Yeah.
What's he say? Fuck, I already
Fuck
forgot.
you. You won't. I
Yeah,
can't.
exactly.
You won't do what you tell
whatever
me.
he says, dude.
Fuck you.
feel
I
it.
won't do what you
Say it
tell
again.
me.
Yeah. Say it
Fuck you. I won't do what you tell
Exactly, dude.
You know what the best part of that whole song? Motherfucker.
Exactly, dude. So cool.
Oh, yeah. Dude, Zach has the best
Look at-
uhs. He has the best.
Look at,
ugh.
all you motherfuckers got energetic right now.
I know.
Dude,
For
that's
sure.
my pick, boys.
Okay.
Oh, but you can't tell me you're not gonna get
you
energetic with.
motherfucker.
Oh, can't stop us now.
You know, that sounds straight hair metal that you're doing, bro.
I know. a little bit.
It's
It's
Brett
like David
Michaels
Lee
all up
Roth.
on this podcast.
Let Stefan have the last pick. What are you
Let's not
picking?
even talk about.
We're gonna do a hair metal. I'm not a hair metal fan, but they're in the genre whether we like it or not. One day, you know what? I will say I did the first 2 Skid Row albums recently.
Oh, the first
They're
one's
actually
banging,
pretty good.
dude.
Like
Skid Row, yeah.
And
Skid Row.
what's it called? Sebastian Bach is the funniest personality probably in the entire genre. Like that guy's face just makes me laugh. Like I don't
he's
know
like
why.
a staple on VH1, man.
Oh,
Like,
I know.
Every time.
You know,
he's just in there to fucking put his fucking 5 cents in.
Exactly. The funniest part about growing up was I didn't even know what band that guy was in. Like I just knew him from VH1 as being Sebastian Bach.
Same thing with Scott Ian from Anthrax. I
Really?
didn't even know where he was as a
VH1
kid.
was so
you know?
popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, all I know is that fucking goatee, bro.
You know, only reason I knew Anthrax was Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. It was Bring the Noise.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Bring the Noise with Public, because I loved Public Enemy ever since I was a kid, and that was introduced me to Anthrax.
That's
Public
awesome.
Enemy.
GTA Vice City had Madhouse.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, it did. That was
Okay, that's
great.
pretty cool. That's pretty
So
cool.
what was your pick, man?
Okay, dude. So if I got to be honest with myself, I think "Killing in the Name of" is the better song.
You mother.
Wow.
I love both of them, dude. But like, JJ's right, man. Like, there's nothing like killing in the name of. That's. I don't know.
Like
It's
we
on a
said, we
different
haven't seen
level,
him
I think.
live. But I bet that translates so fucking hard live, dude.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter anymore. But I just think Guerilla.
It always matters.
I just think Guerrilla Radio has a bit more substance. You know, of the two songs, it just has a bit more to say. And I do like the riff better. I do like the fucking harmonica solo, the fucking the whispering part, like the dynamic of it all. It's just a bit more dynamic than Killing in the Name of.
Very
but
true.
I respect the decision because this was probably the hardest one, like one of the hardest ones that I've had to do.
Yeah, and like you're a lyricist, so obviously like just repeating the same line for an entire song is like not as fun to hear as like actually written lyrics.
But I understand, like when it comes down to it, they were trying to bring their message that weren't very popular fucking opinions to the masses.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to do it by fucking being repetitive, being catchy, and that's
Yep.
what Rage Against the Machine does. Like their hooks, I might as well go on to see.
Yeah.
They're very repetitive. They get it stuck in your head, and sometimes it's like, why is it so simple? Well, it's so simple because you'll fucking remember it then,
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like you'll
true.
fucking remember it. Anybody could hear these choruses to both of these songs,
They'll
Lights Out,
instantly
Guerrilla
click.
Radio,
Yeah.
or fucking Killing
And
the
like
Name,
people
remember
way
that shit.
outside of the genre of metal, like people who are just casual listeners of rock in general, like know these songs. You know what I mean? Because they're so accessible. Even though to me they're pretty. Killing in the Name of is a hardcore song. Like
yeah,
if you break it down, you're like, dude. I mean, at the very end, the motherfucker screams "motherfucker." Like that's you would think like. Someone who listens to, I don't know, was on the radio at the time, REM couldn't get down to it, but they probably did because it's a smacker of a
I
song.
specifically remember having a coach, because I grew up in a small town called Hondo, like population like 7,000, right? I remember
Shout out West Side, Hondo!
yeah. So I remember having a coach named Ty Bars, a ginger fucking just country as fuck. And I remember him being like, whenever he says on that song, whenever he says, rail with a pocket full of shells, like what type of shells is he talking about? Is he talking about bullets? Is he talking about like marijuana road shells? I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me about regular things. Just talk to me about football. Okay?
Oh my god!
When you were in like high school, were you super into metal? Already
Yeah,
at
yeah.
that
I was
point?
like the DJ in like the weight room. I specifically,
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
remember getting kicked out, like having to run laps and do up downs and shit because I put on System of a Down's, like fucking that first album, and right on that part. On off the debut album where they're like, why the fuck did you take it away from us, you motherfucker? Like I remember that playing in the weight room and then turning off the shit and be like, fucking hit the track, motherfucker. You can't play that shit around it. So
now, Stefan, I see a lot of that black clothing and look, son, if you're going through something, just tell me, because I'd rather you tell me than come to school and All right. I don't want to go there. I love you, son.
I would have been like, I don't want your life.
Well, that's amazing.
All right, we'll move on from
There we go. Move on. Killing the Name because the pentagram of truth. We got to go a little bit, dude. We're already at fucking 30 minutes, dude. We're going ham on this episode.
Right.
Welcome to season 2, bitch.
Yeah, these are the tough ones though, man. The beginning
are
of
the
those
tough
are the
ones.
these are the tough debates for sure.
All right, let's go on to track number 3. Take the Power Back versus Calm Like a Bomb.
Oof.
What do y'all think? This is close or it's a little one-sided?
It's a little close. I mean, they're both pretty good.
Yeah.
But going with I'll just go with Take the Power Back. That bass line started off, of course. That's how most of the songs start.
Dude,
it's very hooky, dude. It's awesome.
Yeah, I like both of them. Calm Like a Bomb. not that like I'm burnt out by this point because I'm not, but like just listening to Rage for so long, it's kind of like now you've given me so much that like I'm expecting so much. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It's more straightforward. For sure.
It's a good song, not great in my opinion. Take the Power Back is interesting because it really shows that Zach De La Rocha, dude, for sure this guy was loving Public Enemy because this song has Public Enemy written all over it. And this one's in 1992. I'm not sure when Fear of the Black Planet came out by Public Enemy. I think it was 91, but that's the one with Fight the Power. This is literally the exact same thing. Basically, Take the Power Back.
It has elements of it.
You know what I mean? Sure. It's like the dude loves Chuck D, and I love Chuck D. Public Enemy's like, what Fear of the Black Planet and Apocalypse 91, The Enemy Strikes Black are like two of my favorite rap albums. Like they're up there. Yeah, I think they're criminally underrated too for like people who are into rap nowadays. But it's just funny to me that I'm like they took kind of the Chuck D thing and what Public Enemy was doing, added rock, and got like 20 million times bigger than
because
Public Enemy ever did.
Because Zach is a very like you could tell all his influences are hip hop. You could tell like he was and that's what sets them like I know that not to get too into genres and everything, but you know people would label them as nu metal. That's what set them apart from a lot of these other nu metal bands. He was like a rapper fronting this like metal band, you know. So you could tell Chuck
and it meshes so well together.
Yeah, I mean, I would put them in nu metal because they rap and those riffs are like the most because they're bass oriented riffs. Like I said, they're
how
more
else
rhythmic.
Do you describe them? You know, what else would you describe?
If not, I would say they're arena metal because they belong in a fucking arena with people jumping and going crazy. And you know, I think people shit on nu metal was like a bad word for such a long time. I think people have gotten over it now. Like the people who are true to the genre, like the Korns, the Deftones, these guys, like I even still love Linkin Park. Obviously, we did an episode on them. Like they stuck around and they're still good music. You know, if you don't like rap and you're a huge metalhead, like I think you should still accept the genre because it's metal, you know, and understand where it comes from. But if you're a rap fan, yeah, I think this is totally like down your and you can, like you said, we can see the influence of Zach. What I want to know is where did he get the screaming part? Like, where did that influence come from? Like, why did he just like, you know what? I want to do that, but I want to yell it. You know what I mean? Maybe it just came from him. Like,
yeah, he just looks like an angry guy. He looks
sounds
like
it's a cool twist to add onto that.
Yeah, because I think Zach more than anything, more than being the rest of the guy were musicians. I think Zach was an activist, like first and foremost. You know. Yeah. So I mean, the lyrics and the vocal tone, it just adds up. And talking about nu metal, it was, you know, I know it got a bad rap because it obviously got fucking played out like super fucking.
Oh yeah,
it got oversaturated.
Every popular genre that happens, you know what I mean?
But it's making a comeback in bands like Vane, you know,
Vane,
like
what's
City
it called,
Morgue
the Fever 333 or whatever.
Yeah, horror things like that. Like there's a bunch of bands making.
Which I'm glad because I love rap, I love metal, and I like the combination when it's done right. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't like Limp Bizkit. And you know, some people love Cold Chamber. I don't like Cold Chamber.
No,
Cold Chamber to
Cold
me is
Chamber
like,
either.
fuck. No. I never want to hear Me Loco ever, dude. Des, I love you. I love Devil Driver, but Me Loco, 2 thumbs down, dude. I hate that
I see JJ changing his ringtone right now.
Me Loco.
Okay.
So anyway. Which you going to Take the Power Back?
Yes, I will.
What are you going with this, Stefan?
Take the Power Back's the obvious choice.
I think so too. So Take the Power Back. It's the pentagram of truth. Let's go to track number 4. Settle for Known versus Mic Check.
Settle for Nothing?
Settle for Nothing. Why did I put Settle for Known?
It feels a little melancholy for me. I like it. It's different for sure from the album. It deteriorates a little bit off. But
yeah, you see a little bit of Morello's clean playing.
Yes, exactly. Not so much screaming from Zach. It's a different vibe for sure. Yeah. From the album,
and I do like it though. I'm glad they do a change of pace. Does it work?
It works okay. It is a nice change of pace though.
I wouldn't give this song like a golden star, you know. No. But I appreciate the effort. But like I just say it's like,
to me it's
mediocre. It's okay. It's like 6 out of 10. 5 out of 10.
It's Settle for Nothing.
Settle for Nothing.
It's very like doom metal, like, you know, like it's very, the verses are very monotonous, very gloomy, and then even the riff is very Black Sabbath.
Definitely
during the hook.
But I like the placement of it because of the next one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we'll talk about the next one next. But I like the placement of the where it's at in the album because it works well for me.
Yeah. What about a mic check?
Mic check. It's actually almost the same realm. It's not. It's different from the rest of the album as well. Actually.
But I like mic check because it's more like a hip hop song.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It's
like
very
their
funky.
grooves, and then you hear Zach like, dude, that boy. I gotta hear his other material like when he just raps.
Yeah.
Because I've never heard him on a hip. Yeah. This is the closest to like a hip hop beat on both albums. I think that it gets to.
You get different
and
levels.
I love the way he raps.
Yeah, his cadences are so fucking good.
Yes, his cadences is stressed.
There's
like
much more funk than rock.
Yes, I completely agree. Yeah, funk influences too, all over the place. But for me, because I know we're already at fucking 35, I'll go with mic check.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with mic check too.
I like the other one better. I like Settle for Nothing just because of the solo. The solo is actually pretty decent on this one.
Yeah, the solo on mic check is kind of weird.
It's whack, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bring it up.
All right. So.
Pentagram of Truth goes to mic check. All right, guys. Oh my God, here's another fucking. This is a battle, dude.
No, it's not.
JJ,
it's fucking
JJ,
not,
this is
dude.
a battle.
I love both songs, but
This
one's
is a battle.
clearly better than the other.
No.
Yes.
So who wants
You
to
guys
start?
go on y'all's rant first.
This is okay.
Yeah.
Wait, let me announce it first.
Go ahead, Bill. Do your thing.
Track number 5 is Bullet in the Head versus Sleep Now in the Fire.
Dude.
Which one's what's the clear
No,
winner?
I want to hear y'all first because I love both. I really do, but I think one's better than the other.
I'm gonna have to pick one, but both these songs are fucking awesome.
They're pretty cool.
These
I
are
like
two
them.
staples. Obviously, Sleep Now in the Fire is the biggest one, guys. But Step Brothers ruined Sleep Now in the Fire for me. The Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria. Every time I hear him do that, the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria. All I think
has
is like
a lot of cool,
all I
intriguing
think is
parts
the
to
next
it.
line is gonna be, "I'll do you in the butt while I'm drinking sangria." Like, that's all I think of. God damn you, Will Ferrell. And what's the other guy's name? John C. Reilly.
C. Reilly.
God damn it. I just wanted to hear this song again and listen to it. I was like, son of a bitch, fucking Step Brothers.
It's a body mover for sure. You're just moving. You're rocking, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It has a lot of intriguing parts to it.
Definitely a funk song. Sleep
It
Now
is.
in those. Now sleep now in the fire.
And it has a really cool riff to it.
Yeah.
The main riff is pretty
Although,
cool.
I will say the stress starts to get similar at this point to Testify and to other Rage songs. Sleep now in the fire, now testify. It's like, all right, dude, we're getting similar
we're getting
here.
close to
and
the edge.
Another thing when we get to the B-sides of this album, which we're getting close to now, since this is like the halfway point,
Yep.
is it me or does Rage Against the Machine literally only create songs in one key? Like, are they all in the same key or am I losing my mind?
No, I thought.
They sound like they're in the same fucking key.
I don't think so, dude. Fuck.
It's like Tom Morello's like abusing whoever is abusing the. I don't know what note it is, if it's F or what. I know he loves this one chord,
Yeah.
and he always bases riffs on it, and he even talks about it in an interview. I think it's F, which is like the third or second or third. I can't fucking remember. I play my guitar. I don't give a shit about the notes. I just chug, bitch. I just chug. No, but it gets to the point where I'm like, all right, we'll get to the B-sides. But anyway, Sleep Now in the Fire is fucking a classic, dude. You can't say that it's a clear winner. You're wrong.
But I'm just gonna tell you this once. I'm just gonna tell you this
Just
fucking once. 255 and Bull in the Head. Get the fuck out of my way, dude. The pit is gonna open up, dude.
You have been warned. Everyone has been warned.
It is my favorite riff from both albums, dude. It is so
Your favorite
fucking
riff from
good.
both albums?
That middle riff is insane, dude. When they slow it down, dude, and then it picks up with that gets just Tom Morello going nuts, dude. It's phenomenal. I love it. I fucking love it.
And,
not to mention the end, dude. Do you got a bullet in your head? Dude, it just goes fucking
JJ's
hard,
up.
dude.
JJ's hot.
Look at me, dude.
That Power Trip show it awoke an animal in you, dude.
Guys, side note, I hadn't been to a concert in a while, and I went with these guys to Dallas. We saw Power Trip and fucking Carcass, like unbelievable, and Violence and fucking Razor.
Yep.
It was an amazing show, and
Yep.
it just woke me up, guys. I love concerts. I need to go back again.
Yeah, and in case if people didn't know this, Power Trip is from Dallas,
Yep.
so it was a hometown show, and the crowd was
Was ballistic.
literally ballistic. That was
Yes.
crazy. That was a good one. This is really fucking close to me, dude. You know what,
can't
Stefan?
believe it's
You gotta
close
tell me
to
what
you.
you're thinking about these two.
Tell me.
I guess if I'll start off with "Sleep Now in the Fire," I mean, it's definitely like lyrically very bare bones, like very. It doesn't have really a lot to say. The
Straight
riff,
to the point.
Yeah. The riff is very, very fucking catchy. Definitely one of the catchiest riffs on that album in general. So I like "Sleep Now in the Fire." It's very commercial, kind of like "Testify," like very similar, just kind of. I don't want to say anything negative. But the closest I could come to is cookie cutter.
Yeah, I was about to say formulaic.
Yes.
Cookie cutter.
It's the Rage Against the Machine formula. It's like they're like, all right, we got to put this song out, Whereas Bullet in Your Head is like lyrically one of Zach's like best works. Like, and that chorus, just victims of the in-house drive-by,
Oh yeah.
And then they say jump, you say how high, like dude.
Oh, I love that shit. You say
high.
jump, you say how high.
That's just definitely
Yeah.
like, especially on their live albums, you hear that. Like that is just one of the.
It clicks so well.
Oh yeah, just one of the best songs they could possibly play live. So, that kind of leads me to what my decision is.
just
saying.
So.
This is a hard one, but I think I agree with both of you. I think Bullet in the Head is the better song.
It's not a hard choice.
I think
not a fucking
I
hard
think for a lot
choice.
of people out there, it's a harder choice than what you're making it for sure.
Because
of how big the single is.
Yeah, "Sleep Now in the Fire." That's a big.
They're
that's
both
a big
good
song.
songs. I just think
but
one
I will
elevates
agree
over
at
the other.
this point on both albums. Not for Bullet in My Head, but for "Sleep Now in the Fire," I agree with Stefan. I'm starting to get like formulaic.
Yes.
Like it works. I like it, but we gotta change a couple things up. And I don't know if it's like once again, I feel like they're abusing the same key of music. They abuse the same kind of like rhythmic stress.
They
of,
have
like,
a
the
structure
funk.
they have to
a
follow.
structure. They have yeah, exactly. You're exactly right. So I'm gonna go with Bullet in My Head too. So it gets the pentagram of truth. Oof. All right, guys, we're halfway. Let's talk about the album covers. I think the album covers is an easy one.
Easy? I like the original.
I'm going the original, dude.
Yeah.
I
That's
think it's
hard.
That's a brutal album cover.
But the Battle of Los Angeles is really like it's
yes, it's iconic.
It's
with
yeah,
the
there you go. That's
raised fist and everything like that. Like
yeah,
hell yeah,
like
but
right there.
That's who they are, dude. That's
true,
who they're
but dude,
representing.
I love the monk
Yeah.
on fire, or the Tibetan monk. What is it?
that shit's fucking hard.
I love that shit. Like
that's the
it's
crazy issue. Like that's something that stands out. That's just like
Exactly.
iconic.
exactly, and for them to be like that big with an album cover that looks like that, that's pretty interesting. You know what I mean? Like
that is.
it had to be censored, right? You couldn't go buy that. I don't remember ever
don't
seeing
know.
that like at a Walmart or a Best
We're
Buy.
fucking young, dude. We wouldn't know.
No, dude, yeah, we would. I remember, you know why? Because I remember the Battle of L.A. album cover, seeing it all over Targets or like wherever you go pick up, see like FY, what was that?
FYE.
FYE, going to FYE. I always remember seeing that one in Evil Empire. I never remember seeing this one. I think it was censored, dude. And someone can back
It's hard to
check me.
miss it.
It's hard to miss. That's what I'm saying. As a child, I would remember like I would have picked it up and been like, "There's a dude on fire." Like I'm gonna listen to this shit. You know
I
what
don't
I mean?
know. That's hard to say, but I do like the first one better.
The first one. Which one are you going with,
Oh
Stefan?
yeah, the first one is just brutal. It's a statement. It's incendiary. It's exactly what it's Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
So
both are pretty. They represent both what they are.
yeah,
what it is.
I agree. If you were to see them on a comeback tour, both of y'all, where would you want to see them, and who would you want to see them with?
Dude, in Mexico. That'd be
Oh,
fucking
Mexico
insane.
City, the return to
Dude.
Photo Soul.
Dude, that'd be sick.
That's the only thing. Because
With?
I just remember growing up, fucking hearing
The DVD.
like,
or-
oh yeah, fucking People of the Sun, and hearing fucking Zach De La Rocha say what up, raza? Just like,
Yeah.
oh man, and just there wasn't a lot of fucking Mexican American singers growing up when you were a kid.
Yeah.
You felt
Is he
represented.
Mexican or is he Cuban?
You know what?
I think
Either way, I know
Cuban.
he's like he's
No,
like
he's Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican.
He's Puerto Rican.
God,
I
we're
thought
gonna
he
have
was
to do a
foreign.
quick fact check.
I could have
right
sworn
quick.
he's
So,
Puerto
yeah, someone
Rican.
look
But
it up.
just you didn't see that. You didn't see
No,
a
you didn't
person of color like with brown skin.
Yeah.
You didn't see them on MTV. You didn't really see them
I
too
agree.
much.
Especially not in
Latino.
metal.
Latino
Because
power.
Yeah.
Latino power, exactly. At that point, the big bands were all the hair metal bands. Who the fuck is Hispanic in any of those bands? I don't know. Someone I know is going to comment, "Oh, well, you didn't know Legs Diamond," or something crazy. Hey, they're from SA. They're from San Antonio.
Oh,
Could be
shit.
true. But no, I completely agree with you. I'm trying to think of bands like in rock and metal at that point.
You know who like probably not in
Death
Washington.
Angel. They're not as big, but Death Angel.
Filipinos,
Filipino, yeah. I mean, I always love Linkin Park because Mike Shinoda's like half Japanese, and then Mr. Han is Japanese. That's pretty cool. So, side note on that, I don't know if you guys ever listened to Mike Shinoda's like solo albums.
I like him.
Yeah, he's got this one song about like Japanese concentration camps because his family went through it, I believe.
Oh shit!
And that's really crazy, like part of American history people don't really know about that. We put motherfuckers in camps like in California.
Yeah. Speaking of which, quick fact check.
You're good.
His
Fact check
name
me.
is Zacarias Manuel de la Rocha was born in Long Beach, California on January 12th, 1970 to a Mexican-American father
What?
Nice.
and a mother of a German and Irish origin.
Ah, okay, so he's Mexican, yeah.
Yeah. And
Cool.
born-
Oh, I always thought he was Cuban.
Yeah.
Oh, Slayer, dude.
No, yeah.
Slayer.
All right.
Tamaraya, bro. Chile. Viva Chile, mierda. What does he always say? I love that shit. And then Dave Lombardo is a Cuban. He was born in Cuba, I
Oh,
believe.
is he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Lombardo. I think they both speak Spanish. I know Tamaraya speaks Spanish. I think Dave understands it or something, but
That's pretty cool.
yeah. But like the rest of the big four, that's the best, like Jewish people and white
Well,
people.
Joey's
And
Indian.
Joey Belladonna,
that's my
dude.
boy.
Repping it for the native. Cry, father.
Indians.
Cry, father.
Indians.
There we go. I'm trying
stop.
to think. Yeah, you have a good point, man. That is one of the ones where it's like it's fronted, and you can just hear in his voice, and like especially when he goes to Mexico City, and like what the fuck's up, El Raza,
Yeah,
dude?
yeah.
I love that shit, man.
Exactly. So whenever I was talking about like going, I was telling you earlier that I went to get into fucking San Diego to see System of a Down. The bands that System of a Down hand chose to open up for them were At the Drive-In, which features Cedric Bixler Zavala from Mars Volta on vocals, from El Paso.
That's cool.
Hell
and
yeah.
then Skeleton Witch, like fucking, and during Skeleton Witch opened the show, and during Skeleton Witch set, fucking Chavo comes up, is on the side, smoking weed, fucking headbanging to Skeleton Witch.
Dude, that's
It was
fucking
really
awesome.
Cool. So
That
it
is fucking
It
awesome.
was somebody.
I fucking love Shavo for that. That's
yeah.
badass,
Yeah,
dude.
for real.
Skeleton Witch is like the shit.
So imagine
I
all
love me
these
some
fucking
Skeleton
people
Witch.
coming to hear Chop Suey, and then in hearing fucking Beyond the
Permafrost.
you know,
Oh,
like by fucking
hell yeah.
Skeleton Witch. Like
this was recent, right? Not with Chance, with the new.
2018, yeah. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so with the
it
new
was, it was
vocalist.
Yeah, it
post
was the new-
Chance Garnett, but
Yeah.
still a lot of people that wouldn't have been fucking would have ever listened to that type of, because it's like blackened power metal, like very like some pretty fucking frosty
fast.
riffs
It's
being
fast
played
ass
Oh, yeah.
amongst
dude.
this mainstream type crowd. That was really fucking cool. So it'd be interesting. We can only speculate as to who Rage Against the Machine would pick to play.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, who would you guys want to see with Rage? So we
Dude, I don't
Mexico
know,
City,
this-
but with who? Two bands. Pick two bands.
Fuck, that's so hard, dude. Like honestly.
If I had to choose one, he's not even necessarily a band, but I would Immortal Technique is
Immortal Technique to
Immortal
open?
Technique to open. I think fucking Zach
but-
De La Rocha would approve of fucking of Immortal
What's
Technique.
that song? The Devil's.
The Dance with the Devil.
Dance with the Devil, that's
that
a
one
classic
popular
Immortal
fucking
Technique
song.
song.
But I'd like to just like hear fucking Immortal Technique open directly for, and then I would want to hear something new, fresh played. Like I would like to hear like Prison or like Vane open
That's
up for the
cool.
show.
Ooh,
Vane
yeah.
Vane's just one of those bands that's taken over with that new metal sound.
Yeah.
So that's what I would like to hear Immortal Technique and
I
fucking
wouldn't
Vane open.
know who I would pick, but it wouldn't matter to me because the Mexico crowds know how to fucking party, dude. They know how to pit. They know how to sing along.
Yeah.
They know how to move their asses, and it'd just be fun.
I would want Rage to take like a small band and then like a medium-sized band who need that like that push to get
Yeah.
to the next level. So for me, I think Code Orange to open would be awesome.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Like a Code Orange, because they're rising in popularity, but they're still young. They're still at the club level, not at like the theater level,
No,
right?
not
And
yet.
then take a theater level band. I would say like. I'm gonna cop out and say Gojira, dude, because that would be the shit. Gojira every time.
Every time.
Every time I see Gojira. You know what I mean? To give them that push to the mainstream, you know what I mean? Because now Gojira, especially if they do another tour and Gojira comes with another album that's a little bit more accessible, like the last one with those, like a Strained single and stuff like that, hitting a crowd like that would expose them to so many new people
Oh,
that I
for
think it'd be
sure.
worth it. Like when they toured with Metallica, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So, but maybe if I was going to throw a hip hop one out there,
You want to hear Public Enemy, motherfucker?
Mobb Deep.
oh my dude, Public Enemy
Mobb Deep,
gets back together with Terminator X,
Yeah.
Flava Flav, and Chuck D.
That'd be cool.
That'd be
Oh,
nasty
that would be the shit,
Yeah,
dude.
I'd sell
By the
out.
time I get to Arizona. Oh, dude, I love that shit.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
that would be so sick.
That
I
would
got
be
a
s-
letter from the government the other day. I opened and read it and said they were sucking. Like I would kill somebody. I would like murder somebody.
Oh,
right
same.
There in the
Neither party is mine, not the jackass or the elephant. Dude, I love Chuck D's voice.
Oh yeah, all right. We can do this all day.
I was saying, like, I always argue that like, Chuck D, yeah, he's got like a formulaic like A B pattern or whatever people want to give him crap for, but no one can count to 10 like Chuck D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When I used to use another, dude. Oh my, that guy shut him down. That's if you're a metalhead and you've never heard "Shut Him Down," throw that shit on, dude. That's a banger.
Oh my god.
All right, guys, let's move on. We're fucking going on tangents now. All right, guys, track number 6. We are Know Your Enemy versus Borns.
Yeah.
Born
Born
of
of
a
a
Borns.
Broken Man and Born
So
as a Ghost.
we're combining Born of a Broken Man and Born of Ghosts.
Yeah.
Born is
Co-
yeah.
Born as Ghosts to go against Know Your Enemy. Sorry, guys. I think this is a blowout.
Yeah, me too.
All right, let me
This
just
is-
say something right quick
for it.
before y'all fucking start on this shit
Uh-oh,
and
here we
take
go.
over because it's y'all's podcast. No, I'm kidding. No. But I just like "Born of a Broken Man." I remember relating with the song very very early on in life, or it meaning a lot to me. But mainly just that the fucking riff to "Born of a Broken Man." I
so
think
heavy.
if I had to put fucking money, I think this is the heaviest fucking riff that they've ever written.
25 seconds in, dude?
Yes,
I feel
it
you.
is the
Yeah.
When
heaviest.
Zach hits you with that "Born of a Broken Man,"
Yeah,
not
dude.
of a broken man.
Bro,
Yeah.
that shit is so fucking
I do
heavy.
love the dynamics of the song. Now,
Yeah.
this song is a great fucking change up because there's finally like a softer into a harder, part.
Exactly.
And I think it fucking works. I always think of the live version of the song at Woodstock. He fucking destroys
Oh,
this
yeah,
song, dude. So good. So good. But on the other side of the coin, dude, I think if we're combining the other Born of the Ghosts, it's okay.
That one's okay. It's not bad though.
It's
good.
just
not
a
bad.
big catchy hook. That's all.
Yeah.
That's just it's
Yeah.
just a big
That's
catchy
exactly
hook
what I
and a
wrote.
weird scratchy
Yeah.
riff from Morello. Like it's pretty run of the mill for the most part. You know.
Yeah.
But as a combo, it's a nice 1-2 punch.
It's
I
good.
like
It is
that.
a good 1-2 punch, but I completely prefer Born of a Broken Man. But dude, that being said, Know Your Enemy.
That's-
bro.
this is where the
Konami
formula-
code up, down, left, right, and there's fucking Maynard to give us
Dude.
that scream
Yes.
to lead into an actual good Tom Morello solo. Like, get the fuck
Yes,
out of here,
dude.
dude. I love that shit.
And this is where like it comes into formula when we're saying this is like the original Testify to me. It has that same structure, dude. If you
Yeah.
listen to it again,
No,
it
I know.
has
And
close
I was
that
about to
same
say
structure.
the riff there. That the main one, that's my favorite riff on both albums.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Same
when
here,
it
I
actually
agree.
comes in, that shit is so fucking heavy. I love it.
And yeah,
can't
like you were
think of
saying,
them.
I think it's one of the coolest solos on both albums.
Yeah. The only part I don't love about Know Your Enemy is the very last part where he's like, where he just keeps going, all of which are American
I really like
dreams.
that.
All of which are American dreams.
He's not monotone, dude. He's saying it
All
loud
of
and
which
proud.
are American
He's
dreams.
loud and proud, dude.
All of which are American dreams.
You would chant that out there too.
Yeah, I would. But the solo, dude, I'll give it to Tom Morello. I really like that fucking solo, like a lot.
Dude, yeah, that honestly, the whole thing is just a huge fuck you to the establishment. The entire song, you know.
Yeah.
And then the rip the mic, rip the stage, like,
Rip
you
the
know,
system.
Yeah.
I was born to
Rage
make a
Against them. Yeah, like that's the fucking.
Dude.
That is.
Yeah.
That is
it's
pretty
just.
cool.
It's just once
complacity, conformity.
Yeah.
I love when he goes on that little rant.
Dude, hell
and,
yeah.
and then, of course, like we said, Maynard, I got no patience.
Yeah, I really do. That is, it's the melodic aspect of this song and of that particular part. I really wish that's something that Rage Against the Machine would have explored more. Just more melody, like more like the part what Maynard brings to the song. I really wish
Oh,
they'd
yeah.
done that more
Yeah.
because there's almost zero fucking. This is like
Yeah.
some of the only singing you'll hear in.
But
fucking
they
Rage
are
Against
who
the
they
Machine.
are, man.
Yeah, they are.
They are who they are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
true.
All right, guys, Know Your Enemy.
Yeah.
Just the pentagram of truth. Let's move on. We're at track number 7, Wake Up versus Maria combined
this
with
is a
Voice of the
joke.
Voiceless.
This is a joke.
This is, dude, this is where I get in my rant. This is where I hate Tom Morello, dude. Maria and Voice of the Voiceless, what the fuck is he doing? Like, it is so garbage.
It has so much potential. Those two songs. It's not even funny. They have so much potential.
Yeah.
It
They
gets
do,
wrecked.
but no. I don't think they have any potential, dude. I honestly think
crazy.
Maria to me is unlistenable. Like I can't listen to it.
Oh, come on, dude. You're going off.
I hate the guitar in the verses.
I said it's
so
nothing
bad.
amazing, but it's nice rock and roll.
No, dude, it's whack.
Well, dude, honestly, Maria, and honestly, I know we skipped. Maria is both Maria and Voice of the Voiceless are kind of go hand in hand about their songs about people that are long forgotten, and Maria could be anyone. Maria, the song's about a young Mexican woman who's murdered in a U.S. sweatshop. It's somebody that came to America illegally and died in a sweatshop. Nobody fucking remembers her, but he says he's still there. She's still there. Whereas Voice of the Voiceless, something that it's about Munia Abu Jamal, who is currently serving life in prison for murdering a policeman. It's a very controversial case, but if you look into it, these are just people that are just it's just downtrodden people that are forgotten, and that's all that Zach's trying to do in these songs.
Lyrically, they're deep.
Yes, very deep. Musically, I could understand exactly where you're coming from.
Sorry,
they're harsh on the ears, and all you can really do is read the lyrics, and that's where the merit lies.
I'll give you that. You made the songs a little bit better, but there's no saving grace for Maria. I hate Tom Morello's stupid choices. And when we get to these B-side, Tom Morello continuously makes stupid choices with his fucking guitars, trying to be, I'm so experimental, I'm so different.
He is, dude. That's what he is.
Fuck him for
he is
for playing that.
experimental.
Like,
He's unique.
So dumb.
He's
I
going
hate
out
it.
on a limb, dude. He doesn't do. He's different. He's a different guitarist.
Oh, I know, dude. But I just not a fan
But
of that.
regardless, "Wake Up" is a fucking phenomenal song.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
The riff at the end, dude. Get out of my
dude,
way again,
okay.
dude.
Wake Up is great.
Yes.
I remember
And
hearing
his
that.
voice.
And it's the Matrix theme song.
Dude,
Love it.
Yes, the Matrix soundtrack in general is something I picked up as a fucking 9-year-old, and I heard Rage Against the Machine, I heard Deftones, I heard fucking Monster Magnet,
Yeah.
a bunch of shit off this fucking album that really influenced who I am as a person today. And as a result, it's probably, like I said, we're not going to get too heavy into politics, but I think Wake Up is the reason that I'm so like socially conscious to this day.
You're
I was
woke.
too I was too young to be listening to fucking because some of the lines that he says in fucking Wake Up about that they went after. Well, let me see what the fuck is he says. They murdered X when he spoke out on Islam, or they went after King. They murdered X, etc. Like those fucking lines.
I didn't know that shit as
That
a
was
kid.
I had no idea that they really didn't. I didn't understand what that meant. But as a kid, I was too young to be listening to that. But it definitely had a huge impact on my entire life. So Wake Up is just one of those influential songs that to this day, like
dude, Zach
I'm
was
still
woke
like,
before woke.
Woke wasn't even
And
a
like
term
you
yet.
said, "Born of a Broken Man" on Battle of Los Angeles is the heaviest riff. "Wake Up" has the heaviest riff on the original, self-titled.
It's
Dude,
so
it's fucking
just
insane.
that. Oh man, it's just such an iconic riff. Like it's just so. It's really hard to describe, but yeah, Wake Up has one of the best fucking the riffs on the
I
entire
love it,
fucking
yes,
album.
I
so
do.
Yeah,
I
I agree.
think I heard a shot. Like, oh god.
Yeah,
This is a
and then
Wipeout?
him just screaming the wake up. I love that shit.
Oh,
yeah,
God, man.
yeah,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
blowout, dude. Wake up, because the pentagram.
Son of a bitch. All right.
All right, guys, let's go on to track number 8. Fistful of Steel versus New Millennium Homes.
Which one?
Fistful of Steel.
No, it should be "Fistful of Steel" versus "Ashes in the Fall." I thought.
No.
You were wrong. You did it wrong.
Son of a
Did I do it wrong? Or he did it wrong?
No, he did it wrong.
He did it wrong.
okay.
No,
Yeah.
it's
New
fine.
Millennium Homes versus Fistful of Steel.
Well,
Let's go a little
regardless.
bit quicker here.
Millennial sucks. I do
It's
not
that
like
bad.
it.
It's just okay, dude.
It's just the hook. It's just a hard, just the hardest hook of the album, a hard hitting hook. But that's all it is.
These last 3
Yeah.
tracks,
Everything
dude,
else
they
around.
blow, man.
This is where, like, yeah, I the formulaic part really sets in.
It's
for
not really
me.
formulaic. It's just bad writing, I think.
I think it's okay.
I don't think it's good,
You
personally.
you gotta pretend like people are listening, like people of influence are listening to this podcast. So if Tom Morello is listening to this podcast,
I don't give
and
a
here's
fuck
some
if
dude-
Tom Morello's listening to this
I
fucking
respect
podcast.
Tom Morello. I just said I
Morello-
love him as a guitarist,
dude,
but there's some
I
songs that
don't
are
give a
bad.
fuck about Tom Morello.
so it's
His
just-
interviews drive me crazy. dude.
It's
Like,
one thing if Bill doesn't. Bill obviously wants his message towards Tom Morello in this podcast is "fuck you."
Dude,
You're like
I respect Tom Morello as a musician. just don't like him personally. Like he drives me crazy.
It might not even be him. I don't know who wrote these songs. These last
I don't
three,
know.
but-
I don't know. I'm giving him
fuck
the
else is
benefit of the doubt because I could rant and rave about how stupid I think his guitar playing is for so many parts
I
of the
disagree
songs.
with you on
I'm
some of
trying to
that.
be nice, dude. I hate his pedal uses. I hate his
Dude, you're
stupid
crazy to
fucking,
say that.
Dude, I could go
His
nuts.
experimental stuff's pretty
I could go
badass.
Tommy level,
just
dissect
talking
every
about the
guitar
songs.
part, and just tell you why it's fucking stupid. I'm not
Because
gonna
you'll
do it.
never do it?
Oh my god! You know what? We're gonna have a Rage Against the Machine rant episode where I talk about why Tom Morello's solos can lick my left nut. They suck. They suck.
You got him all fired
They're
up.
so bad. And then not to mention he's like the most pretentious fucking guy. Like he annoys me, dude. He's just annoying. Oh, he's so down for the cause. He can
Arm
do.
of the
He can help
homeless,
America.
bro.
The
I
dude
want
can't
the
even keep his
guitar.
band together. They argued about shirt designs. You want to start running the country, motherfucker? You get the fuck out of here, dude.
Oh, my
I'll go fucking nuts on Tom Morello. I respect Zach, and I definitely respect this rhythm section of the band. But if Tom Morello wrote these riffs, okay, I respect the shit of him as a musician. But if it was the bassist, and I come to find out it was the bassist, and he just played him on guitar, then fuck him, dude. They could have gotten anyone in there. Just saying.
I don't
gosh.
think
I
the
just believe
bassists
that.
could fucking write these riffs. These riffs are so fucking weird, and they sound like they've been written with
But
a
that's what I'm
tattoo
saying.
gun. So
I
don't
feel
think.
like they were written on bass. I don't know why. My ear, it picks up like they're, and I might be completely wrong, but they sound like they were originally bass
Oriented.
Like, yeah, bass.
Yeah.
Oriented or written on a bass to be like a bass line, and then just like, you know what, fuck it, let's make the guitar riff too.
So Fistful of Steel, you guys.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's a banger, dude. That's a banger head song.
Like if someone, I'll put it this way: if someone came up to me and was like, "Tom Morello's my favorite guitarist," we're done. The conversation ends right
As a
there.
kid, he was my favorite guitarist.
You know what the key words of that is?
I think this
As
podcast
a
is
kid.
over.
You know, as a kid, my favorite guitarist was Santana. You know, am I proud of that? No, I love Santana. He's not my top though. But Morello, and especially after Guitar Hero, people are like, "Oh, he's a guitar god, dude. Like he's tough to-"
influential, dude.
He is no god.
he's an influence to other people, though.
I don't give a fuck. If you want to play the turntables, motherfucker, play the turntables. Don't do that shit on guitar.
He's a great open gate guitarist for others.
Fuck him.
All right. So,
Fistful still gets the pentagram of truth. Township Rebellion versus Ashes in the Fall.
Ashes and Fall is just a ripoff of Michael Myers.
Dude, I was about to say once again the stupidest intro for guitar.
Well, it keeps that flow, but it just gets a little faster.
I know.
It's
I
just
still don't
weird.
like it. Like that's not aged well. That
are we
song.
talking about Township Rebellion or Ashes?
Ashes in the Fall.
Oh, Ashes. Oh yeah, no, for sure. That honestly, I think the build up into like the last riff at 257, I think that shit's super fucking hype. You know, especially the lines. Ain't it
But the
funny?
end is bad, dude.
The end is bad. You're bad. No, I'm joking. I'm clearly outmatched in this. So, but yeah, no, Ashes. I enjoy. It's definitely not for everyone. Tom Morello's definitely not for everyone. And some of these B-sides are definitely just not. They don't really offer too much to people, but other than fucking diehard Rage Against the Machine fans. But I dig Ashes, and at the very end, I really like the build up to the end. I do enjoy that once it gets loud and full blown. Like I think it's all building up towards about 3 minutes deep in the
main
song
riff,
is the entire that's
Township,
fucking sick.
right?
No, fucking
No,
Ashes.
this is
Ashes
Ashes.
and Fall.
But let's,
Yeah,
let's
I
go-
honestly-
No, I like Ashes. It's just a ripoff of Michael Myers.
The intro is the intro I don't really like at all, but it does get better as a song. And like you said, the ending part I actually do really like. Honestly, I Township Rebellion to me is forgettable, so I'm probably gonna go with Ashes.
What? It's fast paced, dude, and it slows down with the cool bass line again.
Township
Nah,
Rebellion,
crazy.
dude. That first half, they don't only play the second half live. They skip that whole first half because it was just hip hop.
Yeah,
that
that for
too
sure is
fucking
not
sick,
needed.
Too fucking
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
But to me, like Zach's flows are perfect on Township Rebellion. Fast,
Maybe
but
I
still-
have it backwards, or I can't remember it
I
off the
like
top of my head.
Township. I probably picked that.
Really,
one.
I'm gonna go Ashes. I'm playing
Gonna
Devil's
go-
Advocate
gonna
probably.
go Township. Probably.
Township gets the
Fight the
pentagram
war,
truth.
fuck the norm. Right. Right.
Right? All right, guys, we're on our last track here. Freedom versus War Within a Breath. Jesus Christ.
Dude,
I think
Freedom
it's easy,
is
dude.
hard as fuck.
Really? I think War Within a Breath is hard as fuck.
No way, dude.
Dude,
Freedom is hard, dude. That
I
anger
think-
that he pours out in that song,
Really?
is insane.
To me, they're both fucking like just perfect punctuations to two really fucking dope ass albums.
Yeah, they actually are really good
for
closers
sure.
compared to the three before.
Yeah, they end really well.
Yeah,
I like
two
the way
before.
they end the albums.
The three before, especially for Battle of Los Angeles, I love this last song. I think it's a step above. That's why I think it stuck out to me more, because it was just like such a great song to finish the album compared to, because Ash of the Fall, New Millennium, Maria, Voice of the Voiceless. These are
Dude,
all,
the Freedom ending is amazing with that scream.
No.
Oh
I'm
my
talking
gosh.
about on Battle for Los Angeles. The four songs before that
yeah.
are like,
Yeah.
the B-sides.
They're very.
they are B-sides.
Yes.
It starts
Very
very, very
mediocre.
strong, and then it kind of trails off a little bit. So
Yeah.
fucking the last song, it's definitely just super fucking aggressive ending to the album. You know, war within a breath, it's land or death. Like,
Yeah, I
dude.
love that shit. War within a breath, land of death. Oh yeah.
I think it's just an okay song. The last four of Battle of Los Angeles just kill me, dude. I think they're
No, dude,
decent
War Within
songs.
a Breath is above average. It's a good song, dude. It's a good
I
song.
think it's just a mediocre,
Great song.
personally. But Freedom, dude, is where it's at. Lyrically, the anger he shows,
Yeah.
the music itself. Oh, it's
Damn, so
it's
you're
superb.
going with Freedom?
It's superb to me. I like it.
I'm going
gonna
with
go
War.
I'm gonna go. I had to go with Freedom. I had to give Freedom the edge.
That's
It's
right,
just-
boy.
It's double the length. It just has more substance, and then the just the dynamic of it, and then coming back in the
Yeah.
diddle, and then fucking Zach's his yeah, like it's just too good, bro.
Yeah.
It's too good.
I
so.
just love
I'll
the
redo that
first
one.
album so much.
Yeah, there will be a think again about this, because now I need to go listen to Freedom again, because I don't remember being that good. And Township Rebellion, for that matter. I don't know why. I can't remember those songs at the top of my
it's
head.
because you hate fucking Tom Morello, bro.
Oh, there was something he
But-
did that I was just done, dude.
but
I'll tell you
either
what.
way, but that first part, it's really not like it's more the turntables, and then you hear a little bit of Tom Morello scratching.
Yeah.
But Township Rebellion, it's a good fucking song. But
Yeah.
go ahead, continue. You look worn out. You look so.
I'm
you look so tired. It must be exhausting hating Tom Morello.
Oh, I hate him so much.
all right. Let's count it up.
No, I don't hate him that much.
I think
dude.
this is a landslide, right?
Like I said,
What is
dude,
this?
I respect him, because obviously he has a shit ton of talent. Like,
Yeah.
for sure, dude. He's got so much talent to write songs like these. Like I said, just the interviews that I've seen about him, I just don't vibe with like his persona. Like, I just don't.
That's
Like,
son of a
he's
bitch.
so preachy and holier than thou. Like, it just drives me crazy.
I did
I don't
think
mean
it-
to shit on him, but
yeah.
I do. Like, I'm just gonna speak my mind. It's
I-
a podcast.
I
Fuck
thought
it.
it was interesting, like whenever we talk about like the Rage Against the Machine split up, and in hearing what he had to say about it, he says, "I'll put myself first and foremost. It was a lack of emotional maturity in being able to deal with each other as people. We had had a political vision, and the shows never suffered, but we couldn't agree on stuff and unearth feelings that made it hard to make records. I think there were competing visions for what it should be, and competing feelings about what it was like to be in the band that we didn't deal with." And he said it was kind of a miracle for them to make as many albums as they did.
That's the exact quote when I read that. I was like, but wait, you're the one preaching to everyone that you have a fucking solution for the government, and you can't keep four guys together in a
You
band
can't keep unity in the
for not
band?
even 10 years? Fuck off, dude.
That-
Fuck off.
yeah.
I love Rage Against the Machine. I understand they bring like problems that we should talk about to the forefront, but they have no fucking solutions to these problems, especially Morello. He's
They
got
just bring
no
him up.
what?
It's just like a dog chasing a car. They don't know what to do.
They
don't
just
know what
like,
to do if they catch
"Arg,
it.
arg, arg." But that's why they're musicians and not politicians. Exactly. Like, it's their job
They
to
just bring it up.
to bring the point that
Yeah.
we're talking about it, that we can have the conversation. So I do like it for that matter. But if someone thinks that Tom Morello is a talking head or like a political figure, I'll just slap you, because I don't know. I'm just not buying it. Not
You
buying
can
it.
think of them as a political figure through their music, though. That's
Like
where
I said,
it makes
for
sense.
awareness,
Yeah.
awareness, but they ain't solving no problems. Maybe
No, they're
Zach
not,
is,
but they bring
maybe
up the
Zach
problems.
is. Tom, maybe I'm ignorant. I have no idea, but Tom hasn't solved fucking shit. He couldn't keep his band together. He's got to go make another one. Fuck him.
Just gonna say, Tom Morello graduated from Harvard University.
Shut the
with
fuck
a
up.
bachelor's degree
Damn.
in political science. But honestly, dude,
Did he
they're
really?
like- yes, Tom Morello
Fuck
is.
him.
He really. But honestly, I just think
That's why he's so pretentious.
yes.
We finally nailed
yes.
it down.
He paid that much for that degree. He deserves to be pretentious. No, but honestly, I think Zach De La Rocha and fucking Tom Morello, they're just two fucking acidic people, just two completely like too volatile like personalities to keep in the same room. I don't blame them, and I think we are fucking lucky that we got 4 albums, 3 original albums, and 1 cover album like out of this group.
Even the cover album's good.
Yeah, no,
right.
fucking,
and like you said, there's so much talent in the room with all 4 of these guys. Yeah, and it could be volatile, especially when you have such creative differences like those guys.
By all means, because who left the band? Fucking Zach left the band.
Zach
the rest
left
of
the
them
band.
went and fucking and started Audio Slave.
And Audio Slave's dope. I will give him that.
They did well because I have the
Prophet's
feeling
Rage.
like Chris Cornell was way chiller than Zach.
So yeah, man, just right there.
Chris Cornell's like, what if there was a shadow on the sun? And fucking Zach was like, whoa, within a breath, you know. It's probably easier to be in a band with Chris. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Chris, dude. Chris is a legend.
True that.
All right, guys. So at the end of this debate, Battle of Los Angeles got 2 pentagrams of
shit,
truth.
that was a
It got
blowout.
completely blown out. The winner is the self-titled Rage Against.
I'm not gonna
the
lie,
Machine.
they're both awesome, but I think it's right the way we.
I think it
nailed
is right.
because the anger, the passion, the lyrics, the music, it's all in one package.
For this to be their first album,
It's just-
once again, dude,
it's
that is
impeccable.
wow.
It really is.
Impressive.
It's very impressive.
Impressive.
Battle of Los Angeles, I think they're going through a formula on that album.
Damn.
They based it off their
So
last
you would rather
2.
do Evil Empire? You think Evil
I
Empire has a
personally,
better
I think
chance?
Evil Empire is better because you
We
got
do a
Bulls
rematch.
On, you got Down Rodeo. Fuck, man, I haven't listened to that.
Those are the ones.
Yeah, those ones.
That's
No,
the
but they
reason-
got the big
yeah.
hitters on there too as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I just think it would be more of a matchup because they're still creative on that second
But
one.
come on, you probably the debut would still probably win.
Oh,
Let's
yeah, I think
face
so
it.
too,
Let's
dude.
face it. It'd probably
Yeah.
be probably a slightly better matchup, but I think this debut reigned supreme, and I think they were just that's just peak at their very peak here. Even though you could tell towards on this album, there's some filler on there. It was probably harder to finish this fucking album, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was like Eagles, like where they fucking hated each other, but I think it was
Maybe they were
pretty-
butting heads.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's obvious with those fucking with the second half. I was gonna say with
Yeah.
those fucking B-side, but with the second half of the album.
Regardless, besides that, the very last one,
Yeah.
those 4 previous ones, they hurt. They hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. No, I respect the first album. I think it's clear winner. So, and that's what we decided on.
Yep.
Yeah, man. What a battle. I won't go back to Battle of L.A. anytime soon. I probably won't go to Rage anytime soon, but I'm glad that we did this because, they are a hugely influential band. As much as I diss on Tom, I do respect Tom. And it's not like he's going to be listening to me anytime soon. I'm not a fucking multi-millionaire who's selling, fucking albums and shit. I'm just some dude with a podcast in my apartment. That's it. So,
Exactly.
I respect him. And this first album, wow, it's amazing. But yeah, dude, besides that, what do you guys, any closing notes?
No, I said what I had to say. Man.
Maybe that's it.
No.
Leave it in?
If given the chance, they're gonna come to El Paso. If given the chance
wanna
to
go to
see
that
them,
show.
I am going to do. Even though, the drive from fucking San
Me
Antonio
and
to El
Stefan
Paso
are gonna go together,
fucking
dude.
sucks.
It's like 10 hours, dude.
Dude,
I don't
it
give a
is-
shit.
it is
It's 8 to
brutal.
10
It's
hours.
worth it.
Yeah, we'll
It's
roll,
worth
we'll
it.
roll deep. We'll roll deep and
To
get.
hear
I
Bull
would
in the
go
Head
as far
live.
as Dallas, like a 5-hour. I ain't doing 10 hours.
Let's
for
fly
Rage.
over there.
I'm
Fuck
sorry.
it. Let's just fly.
I'll just do it.
We could fly.
I'm
I'd
down
fly.
for that show. I'm honestly
If
down.
they go to Mexico City, I'll fucking go for sure.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I don't think we'd leave that show alive though. Man.
No, we literally
That'd
died.
be
We'd
We
go
literally
live
died.
at the show and die like on Instagram.
Exactly.
They'll find our B tapes from the Debate Destroy show.
Exactly. Well, Rage Against the Machine, the self-title, is the winner on this episode of Debate and Destroy. If you think Battle for Los Angeles is better, what's their opinion, JJ?
You're wrong.
You are wrong. We will catch you on the next episode of Debate and Destroy. Keep on headbanging, motherfuckers.
Peace out.
Peace
Thank you,
out.
guys.